Oversee it out because my subcom can't do it, or like I think before you.
Hello everyone, my name is Justin and I'm the returning officer for this year's MUSA 2025 annual general elections. So thank you for joining us for this election debate for the head of welfare. This debate serves as a platform to encourage open dialogue and interactions between you and your candidates. So here are some ground rules before we begin to help us have a productive and insightful debate. So let's keep this session professional, respectful, and inclusive. So please refrain from raising overly sensitive topics or personal issues. So the session will take place in the following format, with the opening statement by the candidate, the structured debate segment led by the existing office bearers, the live Q&A from audience and YouTube Live, and ending with the closing remarks by the candidate. So with that, I'd like to hand it over to the candidate, Ong Yi Ying, for her opening statement.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Can you hear? Okay.
Is it on?
Hello? Hello? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Justin. So, hello and good morning to everyone here in the audience and also to those watching YouTube Live. My name is Ying and I'm in my year 2, semester 1, studying medical bioscience. So, I'm pleased to run for the head of welfare for the academic year 2026. So, I'm currently the president of Monash University Volunteer Program, MUVP, and also the event officer for the School of Science. So, being in both roles allows me to know more about student population and also get hands-on experience on how execution of events actually work and also how to lead an organization. So my manifesto as a head of welfare mainly evolve around more than just freebies and building such student support that lasts. So people often see welfare as a department that gives out free stuff. While that's not wrong, but there's so much more we can offer. So while freebies aren't going anywhere, but please to expect more initiative supporting mental and physical well-being through collaboration among MUSA departments, clubs, and also external organizations. Secondly, I would like to make our campus feel more safer, accessible, and also inclusive, with better safety measures and also easier access to external essentials like hygiene products, and also a campus culture where everyone feels secure and included. And also, thirdly, I'd like to make welfare become more approachable and also visible, with clearer communication and also reporting channels to keep welfare within everyone's reach. And lastly, to create student spaces that spark life. This includes more diverse activities in the student lounge and also welcoming MUSA office to recharge, connect, and spark collaborations. And thank you.
Alright, thank you, candidate. So now I'd like to hand it over to the existing office bearers of the head of welfare position, so Dion and Naomi, to lead the structured debate segment.
Hello. Can you hear? Okay. Hi. Thank you for that, Ying. So our first questions will be based on the manifesto that you presented. So my first question is that in your manifesto, there's a significant focus on improving safety on campus. Where do you feel campus safety is lacking, and how do you plan to address these issues?
So, hello. 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 Thank you so much. Oh, it works. Hello. Yeah, it works. Yeah, thank you. So, hello.
Yeah, just leave it on.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. Yeah. So to answer your question about like where do I feel the most unsafe is when I have like activities to stay until late at night and I need to walk to the Ringgit parking alone. That's where I feel the most unsafe. Like because the road is very dark and also I need to walk until all the way to end to the Ringgit parking. That's the first point. And the second point is, the main entrance to our Monash University gate. The walkway or something. It's a bit dark. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, so that's where I feel the most unsafe on campus. So how do I address this is like, first, for the Ringgit parking, I do like to collaborate with like CNS club. So because usually they'll stay.
Mic's not working.
Do I continue or do I not?
Okay, then. It's okay, I think the live.
Hello? Yeah, okay. So firstly, for the Ringgit parking, I like to collaborate with clubs like CNS and also maybe security guards. Maybe they can accompany us to walk to the Ringgit parking. Well, for CNS, it's like because usually their activities can hold until like very late at night. Maybe we can set up like a program or something so we can walk in group instead of alone to the Ringgit parking. While for the one I mentioned in front that was the walkway is very dark. Maybe I can raise this concern to school staff and maybe like to install lighting there so it doesn't feel too dark to walk into the Monash. Do you know the walkway? Yeah.
Okay, so question 2. What?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so question 2. How do you plan to improve? How do you plan to improve communication and reporting channels, and how do you go about planning addressing their feedback when it comes to it?
Hello. Is it okay?
The mic still can hear. The mic attached to it still can hear. So it's okay if you speak at this point.
Okay. Sorry, can you repeat the first question again?
The first question.
Like the first part.
Of the first part.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you plan to improve communication and reporting channels, and how do you plan to go about addressing their feedback when it comes to it?
So to improve about communication channel, maybe we can implement like QR codes around the campus for feedback forms, and also in the MUSA welfare Instagram, the link to put the feedback form in there as well. I think we have that indeed, right? Yeah, but maybe you can publicize more because I feel like not a lot of people are aware of the link tree over there, and also. Sorry, give me a minute, yeah. Oh, and also we can maybe send like a monthly email to the students for them to like give feedback on how to make them feel more safe in campus. Like basically it's like an anonymous feedback form, but it's sent through email bi-monthly. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so in your introduction, you also mentioned that it was not wrong to view the welfare department as a freebie department. So giveaway initiatives like Code Red exist to support female health care rather than just being free goodies. So could you please explain why you view current welfare initiatives this way and how you strive to improve their focus?
So to answer the first part, like why do I feel like welfare is a freebies department is because is because around my friends around me also think that, oh, welfare is just the department that give out free stuff. They are not really aware about like the other more things that we can do. So to tackle this question, of course, freebies will still be ongoing because this is our flag month event. But maybe we can make it like a more long-term thingy. For example, code rate. We can make it to like a long-term, ongoing code rate where not only during the certain of times females can get access to the hygiene products, so people can turn to when they really need help for this hygiene product. For example, we can implement like prepare some extras hygiene product in student lounge, also health and wellness center, health and well-being center. Yeah, so when they really need access to like hygiene product, they can turn to those places and get access to them.
So what you mean by that is that you want to make it more long term and more like 24/7, so that you have to go through, let's say, like student life or any more of a formal process to make it more accessible. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, you've also highlighted an increase in diverse activities and initiatives that support mental and physical well-being. So how do you plan to ensure that your events are different from other departments that also help with this case, such as de-stress nights organized by the school reps or sports clubs under the CNS division?
Okay, so for distress nights, they're basically focusing only on their schools. But for like welfare events, they're focusing on like the whole student body where everyone can join. And then to tackle about mental health, maybe we can partner with like Monash Counseling Unit, also other reputed organization like Naluri, where they have like digital health assessment. So I feel like it's very accessible to everyone, especially for those who are more like introverted, so they can check it out themselves. And maybe you can have some self-help tools that tailor specifically to the students. And also maybe we can collab with clubs like Mental Health Ambassador, where I found they have really good initiatives on workshops to tackle about like maybe emotional numbness, burnout, and also their recent event like fear of failure. I think it's a very good initiative to tackle about like students' mental health instead of like focusing on the school itself.
Okay, I think that's all good ideas. Can you perhaps give an example on what is the type of event? So you mentioned like emotional burnout and things like that, collaborating with them. Any specific type of event that you have in mind, or?
Sorry, you mean like collaborate with?
Yeah, so you mentioned like let's say you do collaborate with them, what kind of events do you want? Do you want like more of an educational workshop, or you want people just come in and interact with booths, or is there anything that you have in mind currently?
I'm thinking if it's possible to have like a pop-up booth or events from time to time around the campus where students can drop by and check. I feel like it works better than educational talk itself.
Okay, and just to address the part of the question that was asking about how you plan to defer it. So you mentioned there are a lot of clubs like mental health clubs at Monash that currently address a lot of these things. And in terms of physical well-being, we have a lot of sports clubs and things like that. So how do you plan to make welfare's events different?
I feel like this sorry these clubs and helping, they are also issuing about welfare. So maybe our help can be make this event like more wider, larger, to more students. Like we can have more students to participate in these programs instead of like those clubs that are kind of a bit limiting in the number of participations. And also for welfare, we have like a hallmark events, for example, Wellness Week, and also Respect at Monash. I'm sorry, where we can like also like what you guys have been doing all this way. Like we have some booth or some events where we really tackle about students' well-being in general. Like have some booths, for example. I'm so sorry I cannot remember the name right now, but they really like sorry, the booth you guys have like I'm so sorry I cannot remember the name, but yeah, I feel like it's very good in tackling students' well-being.
Thank you. Okay, so now some questions about the welfare department itself. So as you know, we have the Welfare Affairs Committee, and this year they organized interdepartmental discussions on promoting SDGs on campus. So how might you use the Welfare Affairs Committee to improve student welfare?
So for this welfare affairs community, right, is basically you guys having meeting with the OBs to discuss about the welfare issues around in campus, right? So for this thing, if I'm not wrong, you guys will bring the discussion meeting you guys have with staff, and then you will bring it out during this welfare affairs committee meeting.
Yep, it can also just be between, sorry. Yes, it can also be between the office bearers themselves. So it's just an interdepartmental discussion between everyone in MUSA.
So your question is like, how do I make it?
I'm just asking if you have any ideas on how you will use that platform to improve student welfare.
Okay, so for this, right, because because the purpose of having this meeting is to address the questions or concerns from each department. For example, if there's concerns raised by the school representative, and then for example the assignment load is too heavy, maybe we can for us, maybe we can make the short extension more known to the students so they can apply it when they really need help for extension in assignments. And also for this meeting, they will be raising concerns about students' welfare and also well-being. And then during that meeting, maybe we can discuss among ourselves, or if that issue is a bit serious, more that kind, then maybe I can just escalate to the staff themselves and maybe find like any potential good solutions to handle these questions.
Okay, so many of your answers are highlighting processes that might take some time going through staff. Do you have any ideas for shorter term solutions to address welfare concerns? Or are they all to go through the full process? Because that could take a long time.
Can you specify like which process are you referring to?
So basically, things like you want to make the parking lights brighter, or what was it again?
For the BRT.
The BRT, you said like a wellness center. All of these, although are very great ideas, the only con is that it might take a lot of time, especially because if you have multiple of these in 1 year. So that's why Naomi asked the question. Like,
Okay, so for the oops, so for the parking and also BRT, right, it really heavily relies on student life, on how fast they can come up solution for this problem, and then during that, like, so while waiting for them, maybe for another alternative is that for the 3 ringgit parking, I'll talk about like maybe we have collaborate with CNS, we have like more friends to walk together to the 3 ringgit parking. While for the BRT, maybe I can make our student ID, actually the behind of it, they have like a contact number where we can ask our security guards to help if it's needed. So maybe we can publicize that and make it more well known so that students are more aware about the help they can get from campus. Well, for the for the ongoing curve rate, right? I think we can implement this as soon as possible because if you put a student lounge also while being center, I don't think it affects that much. It needs that much of documentation from student life, but if you need like more grant, maybe also need like, for example, vending machines, then they'll need to wait for a bit long. So for short term, just put it maybe at student lounge or also health and well-being centers.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, testing.
okay, so the next question is that the welfare department is in charge of fostering EDI on campus, whether it be the EDI week or the EDIC meetings. So are there any ways that you hope to improve the current EDI framework?
Current EDI?
Current EDI framework.
Oh, okay. So for EDI, it stands for equity, diversity, and inclusivity, right? So I think we have a separate department called Women's for the Instagram, right? Okay, I feel like we can make the Instagram more publicly known and then make posts about, because I feel like a lot of people still are not sure about the difference, for example, in LGBTQ. So we can maybe promote it more on the social media account, and also maybe we can like have again, the pop-up booth, also like some enforced book where people can go through where they need clarifications on the pronouns, etc. And also, hello. 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 Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, for example, for EDI booth, EDI week, maybe we can also make it more, how do I say, more prepared, because I feel like for this year, it's not, sorry, I feel like for this year, yeah, it feels like it's kind of rushed, and also not a lot of people are aware of this week, and also my friends actually told me that, oh, for EDI they actually wanted to know more about like different, yeah, it's just like different pronouns, and also like the different what does LGBTQI actually stands for. Yeah. So maybe for the future EDI week, maybe we can have like different booth for different pronouns.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would make
So
it more
you would like to make it more informational?
Yeah.
And focus on the LGBTQ
Yeah.
community. Okay, so the welfare department is also in charge of key spaces such as the MUSA offices, the student lounge, and discussion rooms. Do you have any plans to improve the current function of these spaces?
Yeah, actually, I have an idea for the student lounge where maybe we can maybe renovate a bit because to make it feel more lively lah. So I have an idea on like including maybe puzzle table or Legos table where students they can really work together to build on something instead of like just going there to play like pool or so. For card games, maybe we need to like replace it because the current one I feel like is a bit old and also outdated. Maybe also we can include more variety of games in there. So yeah, student can look forward to go to student lounge instead of just walking past by. And also for MUSA office, I feel like the major problem is in MUSA office is like when people want to collect their merch, they often like don't know where to go. So maybe we can put like where you find signs there, so people when collecting merch, they are not like, oh, where do I go, which office is it, where do I get them? And also maybe you can put some refreshments in the pantry, so when office bearer often stay in the office grinding until late at night, so maybe some refreshment can help them to rewind a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. If a student approached you with claims of unfair treatment or any harassment on campus, what are the steps that you would take to address this?
Oh, so firstly, I'll listen to them, like what is their concern, and then sorry, when a student approach me unfair treatment or harassment. Okay, so firstly, the first thing to do is to listen to their concern carefully, and also, for example, the case for unfair treatment. So, for example, maybe in unfair treatment in can you specify an example for like unfair treatment?
It could be anything from maybe being discriminated by their race. For example, they felt like there was an instance that happened. You could use that.
Okay, so if, for example, let's take the race as an example. So, okay, the first thing to do is still listen to them, and then maybe if it's if it's like not that serious issue, maybe can just like talk to them. Also, maybe to the party that kind of offended them. I'm not sure if it's the correct word to use. Then maybe we can work things out for that. But if it's like more serious problem, maybe we'll need to escalate to the staff side to know like how do we actually really address this problem. But then still at the end of the day, I feel like the communication is still the key to address like all those conflicts and also discrimination.
Okay. For our last question, the welfare department is quite a large committee, so you're handling a team of about 20 people. So if you do have issues where committee members disagree with you or undermine your decisions, how would you go about handling this?
Oh, so because currently I'm also handling a quite large of team because I'm the president of Monash University volunteering program. So basically for this kind of question, right, again, still the communication problem, yeah. So maybe I'll give like more clear and transparent instruction to them. So if they disagree with me, of course there will be like different opinions for different parties. So I'll of course listen to them if it's really valid and also it works. Then of course why not? I just take opinion for them because it's better solution to my problem, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's just like communications and also respect. Yeah.
I think one more question.
Just a smaller follow-up question with that. So since MUSA Welfare has two heads of welfare. You'll be working with somebody else and with so many flagship events and large events and a big committee. How do you plan about kind of balancing the workload between the two of you guys? How do you plan on kind of working more harmoniously with your other head of welfare in the future?
Because currently I'm still alone, so the only thing I can do right now is to really plan ahead of my schedule. But I really like that MUSA have implemented that we need to plan all of events before semester starts. So I think from then I can really manage my time and also the event schedule really precisely. So when it doesn't overload me during semester start. Also for the meetings, right? So because currently again I'm still alone, so I have to attend all the meetings myself. But then yeah, if I have a partner in future, or maybe we can delegate the task. Maybe okay, for this if meetings, for example, the OSH meeting, the LLC meeting, maybe I'll take it also. Well, for the FMD and also the WAC meeting, yeah, she'll be like my partner will be doing it. So we could delegate the task among ourselves. Yep.
Alright. Thank you, Office Bearers. Mic test. Alright, thank you, Office Bearers. So now I think we'll open it to the floor for the live Q&A. Okay, seeing as there are no questions on the floor, we will proceed with the closing statement by the candidate.
Okay, so thank you so much for tuning into this debate session, and also thank you to the ROs and also Naomi and Dion for guiding me through this process. So I believe that welfare is really definitely more than just freebies, and it's about listening when someone feels unseen, feels insecure, also to speak out when something feels wrong, and to make Monash more, make Monash a space to where students feel more safe, respected, and also included. Yeah, so yeah, thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you once again, candidates, office bearers, and audience for your time and participation. We hope you found this session insightful and engaging. So before we end, here are some key important dates to remember. The voting period will be between the 13th of October to the 17th of October 2025. The voting will take place via the Monash e-voting platform with more details to be shared soon. To stay updated, follow us on our Instagram, and the debates will be available also on the MUSA YouTube channel. Thank you once again for being here, and have a great day.